I feel like when you have an anthology movie, the setup is there for you. All you have to do is execute it.
Blood, violence, and freaks of nature. Well, then, come on.
You're all gonna laugh at you.
What's up, y'all? Welcome back to Phantom of the Indie Reviews. It is your boy, Campfire Dill, and today we're going to be talking about an anthology film I just recently watched called Tell Me a Creepy Story. And honestly, I don't know who wrote it, I don't know who directed it, I didn't care enough to look into it because the movie was that awful.
Not that bad.
So I know what you're thinking then, bro, why are you even reviewing it? I'm not a slanderous critic, I'm not a hater, but type shit, like, this movie should be used as an example on how not to make an anthology film. Like, you got masterpieces, people. You got Creepshow, Tales of Halloween. You even got Creepshow 2. Like, come on. Anyhow, this movie has a few stories combined together with very little narrative. There's no opening intro that ties it together, just lousy cutscenes and very ambiguous storytelling. And I'm gonna say this straight up, like, if you're gonna be ambiguous, I feel like, okay, let me clarify. And you can be ambiguous when it comes to fantasy and surrealism in film, because that's kind of the point, but you can't have a surreal or fantastical story end ambiguously. Like, I feel like these movies were all passion projects by these directors that had very little storytelling. Like, the only thing I can give this movie a saving grace is the cinematography as well, but a big downfall was the editing and the sound design. Like, whenever certain sounds hit or certain transitions cut, it just like took you out of the movie, and I did not fuck with that.
It was alright.
Thank you.
Yeah.
The four stories, one was about this kid, Hungry Joe, who had an insatiable appetite. The other one, I couldn't even tell you what it was about. I don't understand what was happening.
You know, like, fighting, I don't know, like, never know, you know, like.
And this dude, like, wanted some meat in the fridge, and he killed his wife, and then, like, she came back through the crops. The third one was the only one that had some potential. It was a slasher about this girl home alone in a house, but it was very metaphorical and symbolic in a way that I don't know what the point they're trying to get across. And the last one, I can tell you, I very rarely paid attention to it. And I know, that's not cool. You know, you're critiquing a movie, you gotta pay attention to it, but this movie was so bad. Like, for a 90-minute runtime, an hour and a half, I literally was like, please end.
It's done. Yes, Mr. Frodo. It's over now.
Like, I wanted this movie to end. Which brings me to, I guess, the main point. Since this movie was so bad, I gotta kind of fucking come up with a better topic.
He always puts some, like, awesome twist at the end of his movies to trick the audience.
Our anthologies, they can be done right. If you have a central theme weaving throughout a journey of stories, it can be executed well. You can have, or you don't even need a main story. You don't even need a central tale. Sometimes you just need a narrator or a certain object or area to base these stories around. You know, a haunted town, a camp, something. But you can't just make you can't just add four shitty, half-assed short films together and call it an anthology. Like, it's not. It's a hodgepodge of bullshit. I love anthologies. They're probably one of my favorite subgenres when done right. I love the diversity of stories. I love the different approach of directors, you know, different creative styles, different aspects. But when you're just doing it to do it, what's the point? I'm not trying to hate on these guys, but it was just a poor movie all around. I really hope there's an audience out there that enjoyed this movie, because I couldn't get through it. The first story about Hungry Joe, it was creepy. You know, there were some disturbing scenes, but I'm not the type that gets scared off gore and, you know, shock value. Then the third one, like I said, it was more of a slasher approach, kind of, you know, in a, you know, typical cliche, what are you gonna do? But as much as I feel like there were messages to be told in this movie, the translation and editing just didn't cut it, and that was unfortunate for me. Therefore, I have to give this movie a solid 4 out of 10. It is what it is. But yeah, so if you like anthologies, I mean, check this one out. It's just a pile of shit. But there are good anthologies out there, so, you know, check them out. You know, check out the ones I mentioned. I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna say it one time. Give me a hell yeah. Give me a hell yeah for horror. Stupid bitch.